Hey, it's Mike Roig with Beltran Properties Group, and I wanted to talk about the market action that just dropped. This is pretty interesting to me. I love the stats. They call me Statsman around here for a reason because I just love this stuff. Well, let's start here with the average price. 1.1% is what we are up year to date. For average price, we're up 2.5 for median price. This is where averages and all these numbers, they can kind of get lost when you look at the whole. I'm going to get into different areas here in a minute, but we are pending and closed sales saw gains. Pending sales rose 8.7%. That's pretty big. Offers accepted fell. Let's see, fell short 8.3%. Closed sales rose 4.6%. That's pretty good. Let's go over here to the inventory. So last month in August, it was 2.3. Last year was 2.3, and the inventory only jumped to jumped up quite a bit to 3.1. We jumped to 2.8, so not as much. We're all, there's everyone trying to project and guess what's going to happen, and the market is its own beast. That's what I always say. We can guess and prognosticate all we want. It's going to do what it's going to do. That's why you just have to make a decision based on what you see now. There's a lot of people in 2015 and 16 that were afraid that this market was going to tank, and they missed a lot of gains. Really, if you're looking to buy a house, you just have to consider how long that you plan to stay there and make a decision based on that. So let's look at closed sales. I love that this number is just slightly rearranged. This is what it was this year, 22,398. Last year, for this time, year to date, 22,983. So about 600 less homes, 2.5%. Not a huge difference. Pending is only down by 0.1%. Let's skip this part for just a moment. So this has just still been really shocking me. I really thought that this market would open up more than this, and to have our active residential listings drop like this, at some point it feels like inventory has to break loose, and once it breaks loose, a lot of things will happen. I thought the interest rates dropping over these last few months would help that happen, but once again, the market is its own beast. What I love is if you look here, you have active listings continuing to grow through September for both last year and the year before. We capped out in July, and it's been easing down, and really it's not that much higher than June. The amount of listings are not hitting the market, which puts some pressure on prices, but prices really aren't up. We may have hit the limit of what Portland's average price can be. That's the only thing that makes sense. Sellers are happy where they're at, and they don't want to go try to buy something else at current prices. There's a lot of uncertainty on where things are going, and that's showing. So total active listings, this takes in basically everything, but it still has a similar curve. I think this drops down a little bit harder, and this is why I say that when you hit October 15th, essentially that's when you only have the serious buyers and sellers out there. Because if you were to buy October 15th, you're closing around Thanksgiving. And that isn't fun for a lot of people. And a lot of people are taking their house off the market and saying, you know what, if it didn't sell, we're going to wait till January. What's nice for most buyers is that the people who are selling right now, they're motivated. They have a reason why they're out there typically. That can give some opportunity for a price opportunity. The inventory obviously is not as big. Here last year, well, let's go look up here. It doesn't drop nearly as much as I would have thought. So there will still be some inventory. The question is, what's the quality? Why didn't it sell before? That's always a question. New listings. So we peaked in May, peaked by quite a bit, and then it's just been dropping this entire time. Pretty close to the line before, but still, I'm surprised by this. Pending sales were still less than before, but as we saw earlier, it's not that big when you see overall. Closed sales what I what I find interesting about this is previous years the drop wasn't that big. Look at blue, which is 2017, yellow is 2016, but last year it went from here in August down, big drop. We did not do the same drop this year, which is nice. Green 2018 jumped back up in October. We're always a little bit behind. These offers for October could have been written in late August, early September. And August is just a slow period, typically because people are distracted with other things. And then it pops back up. If it, at least last year. I'm hoping that it does it this year. Our October for our team is looking pretty good, so I think that is going to be the case. What is surprising is when you look at the yellow, up, down, up. Purple, up, down, up. Blue, it's easing, and then green is dropping. And actually, our team had our best month last December, so that's the only downside with all these averages. You're taking in a lot of different factors. I think some of this could be new construction. New construction is always trying to close out at the end of the year, and they push to get things done. Average market time, we're still up. We're still following the same kind of pattern. I didn't expect that to change. Let's look at the average and median price. This is just amazing how similar these two parts look right here. We've basically not gained anything summer to summer, and that's why we're at 1%. We're like the opposite of what it was here in 2012, where it came up and then came right back down basically. So it was a net zero gain. This is why we say that you should be selling your home in March, April, May. This is that time where prices are the best for you. All right, let's go back up here and look at the neighborhoods a little bit. What I want to point out is over here on the right, average sales price change. Northeast Portland 2.6, Gresham Troutdale is doing good, 4.3, Oregon City Canby. It's the outlying areas that are still doing really good though. Beaverton Aloha is probably the highest one I think here. Yeah, they're not always, but they are up pretty high. One difficult thing with Beaverton is quite stretched out and involves some places that have more of a Portland piece to it. You've got Bethany, and then you also have some other areas. It's hard to really say what's helping this take off. Let's see. So you've got a couple of negatives: Northwest Washington County, West Portland. Now, what's over here is North Portland pendings are down 18% versus last year, but Northeast Portland's up 31, 16, 10. It's crazy how high these are, but our pendings are still about even or a little bit down. 20% higher in Hillsborough, Forest Grove. It's interesting to see how these balance out. So this is a snapshot. I can send this to you. Just make a message on wherever you happen to see this, and I can send it to you. The market is its own beast. Trying to time it doesn't work. Warren Buffett does not try to time the stock market. He just does whatever he does based on the information he has, and if it makes sense for him. If you plan to be somewhere for the next 3 to 7 years, probably makes sense to buy now. Kind of just depends on where your goals are. So talk to us. Let us know how we can help you and get those goals done. All right. Thanks a lot.